Hello guys, and what is up? This is Silence Pew Pew, and we're coming at you with another video. Today guys, we are going to be playing ManEater. ManEater's a shark open world game that just came out on the 22nd of May. So basically, I've already beat the game. It was a rather quick game. It took me roughly 12 hours or so. The reason it took me 12 hours to finish was I did a lot of side exploration kind of mid-game, which honestly I would recommend completely against. See, during the side exploration, what ended up happening was I gained roughly 5 or 6 levels. And those 5 or 6 levels, when I went back to the main missions, put me at par or higher than some of the other creatures or missions that I was actually fighting. The problem with that is it made the game kind of too easy. As you can see here, I can pretty much swallow whole a great white shark, a hammerhead sharks, really anything that I want. The only thing really now that is hard is pretty much just the orcas, which are later game. Now this is going to have some spoilers, obviously. It's kind of a review of the whole game, so if you haven't played and you want to, I would tune out now.
As we face impending resource scarcity and declining living standards, it's nice to know that in the meantime there's still a place to get a good bamboo fusion massage. Clovis responds with swift retributive action.
I do have to say, the narration that's happening, I don't too much like, okay? That is something, if I could, I would 100% change in this game.
Many consider the Gulf Stream to be the world's greatest river, but for my money, you can't beat a machine.
Overall, though, gameplay is pretty easy, but again, like I say, definitely, if you just want to play the game and want it to be a nice challenge, I would not recommend doing the exploration that I did. Doing the exploration that I did, like I said, sets you very, very quickly. Just getting like 1 or 2 levels above what the game wants you to be can be interesting. I do have to say, though, at the very beginning of the game, you start out as, obviously, your mother, okay? And then, you're a level 10 shark, you can pretty much destroy anything you want. Nothing comes at you that's going to be too hard. And then you get put into a cutscene, and then you die. So, you know, which is interesting, but, again, in there, do whatever you want at that time. I kind of just went through because it was a tutorial, technically, which was interesting. Again, though, I kind of wish it didn't have a tutorial like that, because it does take 20 minutes or so to complete, and it's just telling me how to play the game, and it's kind of easy to figure out how to play the game. I never really needed a tutorial for that. Biggest thing, though, at the very beginning, after you become a pup, just a little pup bull shark, one thing you'll notice is that it is extremely hard to kill things. Now, obviously, you're level 1, makes sense, right? The problem is most of the things that are trying to kill you in that area are level 1s or level 8s. Level 1, obviously, that's a fair fight. Level 8, that's a little bit harder. I'm gonna die. With that, the level 8s and stuff are alligators, and those alligators can be quite hard, especially with their tail whip. They'll whip you across, and sometimes even out of the water. When they whip you out of the water, that's worse because you don't actually get away from them. And when you're not flying or going away from your target, that just means that they can come back and grab you. They can also come back and grab you. Where'd those boats go? These are boats. Dang it. Oh.
Port Clovis has grown bored.
Those boats. The alligators can grab you and kind of thrash you around like I was doing with some of the other sharks you saw earlier. which takes off health very, very quickly and stuff. As you can see, the map is pretty vast. You start off in this area as the tutorial, and then you go into here as a pup. Personally, this place and then Dead Horse Lake are the two that I dislike the most. There's not a whole lot of exploration to be had, per se. The water's not very deep. Sapphire Bay, great. It's very deep in some areas and shallow in others. And then the Gulf, I think, is just actually my favorite. I've only been in the Gulf for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of pretty much any of these 3 locations right here too much. This one does have, actually I'll go here. This one's got a big old orchid right here, which is pretty cool. Swordfish wants to fight.
The Marine Hunter
a lot of this
makes
stuff
the
is
idea that
pretty cool.
shorelines belong to the public comes from Roman Emperor Justinian.
Also,
Only
you are a
because he
bull
wasn't
shark
able to
eventually. I think
consult
I'm
with the
9 meters
Association
big,
of Resort
which is
Supplies lots.
way bigger than a bull shark would ever be. And if you guys have ever heard, a megalodon are extinct sharks that no longer exist, and
The
those
Gulf
grew to
Stream
roughly
brings
18
warm
meters
waters
big.
northeast
I
across
heard
the
a lot
Atlantic
in the game
towards
when they were
English
talking about
seaside
some of the
towns filled
cutscenes
with
about
cranky
mentioning an
pensioners,
extinct
donkey
or
rides, and
prehistoric
heroin addicts.
shark. I was kind of hoping that eventually you'd grow to the size or close to the size of Megalodon. However, the maximum level is 30, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. Also, the fact of the matter that you can do like triple jumps and stuff like that, and if there was a target, you can jump even higher. It's really weird. But overall, the game's pretty nice. Gameplay really easy. Like I said, battles and stuff like that, not much challenges you once you get, as you're going throughout the missions. Again, if you don't do that exploration, you'll be fine. It'll be funner, I think. There's no word, whatever, you know. But as you can see, here's a giant orca tank. This is like, what, SeaWorld or something like that you can have. It's pretty interesting. And for some reason, when I was here last time anyways, there was people here. There is not now. And as you can see, I can just chill out of the water pretty much for as long as I want to. I'll start to take damage eventually. As you can see, my O2 bar is going down slightly. However, if you're big into sharks or just killing stuff, this is a good game to get. Like I said, it's roughly 8 hours, and then you're pretty much done. But yeah, you can beat the campaign in roughly 8 hours. If you want to make the campaign easier, just do a little bit of exploration yourself. If you don't want to make it easier, though, I would just say go right through the campaign. But again, really, also with just looking at some of the things, the missions, like I said, they're pretty easy. They're all pretty much the exact same thing. I don't remember how to... But for the most part, it's like, okay, you gotta go kill 10 parrotfish. Normally you do that like 3 times. Go consume a few humans. Normally you'll do that once or twice. And then there's the mission to visit the grotto in each of the locations, which the grotto is like your home, per se. And then there's... oh yeah, fight the Cajun Queen, which are just like kind of like strong hunters per se in the game. And then there's check up on Pete, Scaly Pete, which is your primary enemy, and then there's also the Apex Predators. The Apex Predators are normally the hardest fight that you're gonna have. As you can see, I've beat all of the Apex Predators, actually. I have not beaten all of the hunters. So these are some of the better hunters in the area. I'm still trying to work my way up to level 10 here. As you can see, my infinity points are roughly a third of the way, maybe a fourth of the way up. I need that to be full in order for this captain here of the Coast Guard to come and try to kill me. Once I kill him, I get a reward of what you see there on the bottom. I'm not sure what brutal muscles are, but either way. Now the biggest thing here is, as you can see, there's only 8 episodes really. You fight Scaly Pete, I think, in like episode 6 or episode 5, and then you fight him again in episode 8, eventually killing him. And now I'm in the after party. The after party is basically just do whatever you want. Go around, kill stuff. You can be done. Game's pretty much over. There are these collectibles though left to collect on, which you can see represented here. So when I zoom out, you can see all of the areas I have relatively completed. Most of them are above like 60%. Crawfish Bay is the place where you play as your mother. So like I said, I just kind of went through the tutorial as quick as possible, and that was pretty much it for Crawfish Bay. So if you want, maybe explore a little bit more in there, since levels doesn't matter in there. But either way, so that's pretty much what you can do now. And then finally we have your shark evolutions. So as you can see, I'm 9 meters big, which is extremely large. Bull sharks normally reach like a max of like 10 feet large. So the fact of the matter that I am almost triple the size of that, 28, 27-ish feet big, somewhere around there. I don't know how many meters is perfectly, but we're around 27 or 28 feet large. As you can see, though, I have what's equipped it is the bone teeth. The bone teeth give me more thrashing damage and stuff like that. Then there's also the electric teeth. The electric teeth, oh, I forgot I'm not on the ground. And then all of these, your body parts here have the electric or the bone. Those are things you can find in-game. If you pre-ordered, you will have the tiger skin as well. I, for some reason, pre-ordered, but my tiger skin didn't come. I sent a ticket, waiting to hear back from them, though it is the weekend. So, either way. And then the other thing is you have your organs. Your organs improve specific areas. So as you can see here, I have the advanced sonar turned on. When you're playing the game, advanced sonar can be very, very nice. It detects pretty much everything within your local area. And you can quickly find fish if you need food fast, or you can just quickly search the area, because you do need 50% complete in each location before you can go on to the next location. Okay, so that can help you find chests or hidden doors or places, or those license plates. And then I have Hardy equipped, 600 health. There's Adrenaline, which makes you move away faster at low health. Gain more fat. Fat is the red stuff, the red weird swirly looking thing. So every time I eat something that has fat, I'll gain 10% more from it. I currently have the minerals one turned on because it seems like blue is one of the most important ones in the game. I have most of my stuff maxed out, though, other than the stuff I don't have equipped right now. Amphibious, survive on land longer. Mutagens, that is the green stuff. The green stuff is a little bit harder to find, so this one may be worth your time. But honestly, I didn't have any issue. I stayed around 3,000 pretty much the entire game once I started using it. And then I did just get this one not too long ago, which I've actually been thinking about. What's it cost to upgrade? Okay, it doesn't show me. So this, anyways, hostile fish that are 50% smaller than you will no longer attack you, which is nice because sometimes during fights, especially when you're fighting like a bigger thing like an orca or a sperm whale, you'll get, you know, a tiny little mako shark or something else anyways that'll come and attack you, and that can just be like the point where you end up dying or just push you over the edge and you have to run, because none of the other hostile creatures will attack each other at all, no matter what. I don't like that at all, but that's how it is. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much my review on ManEater. Well, there was something over there. That's pretty much my review on ManEater. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. Please let me know what you guys thought down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on my next episode.